What's up, gang? So, arm wrestling workout day. So we're going to try a few different exercises that I've been paying attention to lately, namely using dead stops. I'm going to use a strap for that today. I've got a 45-pound kettlebell. I got a 35-pound kettlebell. Actually, I only have a 70-pound barbell in my spare bedroom here. So what I did was I strapped up a 35-pound kettlebell to it, and I'm going to attempt to get 5 barbell curls on that, and then I'm going to quickly come off that, and I'm going to attempt a 5 to 6 second hold on the 45-pound kettlebell. I'm going to take this strap right here, and I'm going to wrap it around this here kettlebell, and then I'm going to utilize different hand positions to cycle through the isometric. In this case, it'll be like a yielding isometric, because I'll bring the weight up, and then I'll hold it, and then I'll slowly release it down. Okay. The overcoming isometric version would be where I'll do that next, where I'm going to actually put a second strap to the kettlebell, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first strap, loop it over my thumb for pronation, or over my hand and cup this way for supination, or just wrap it around my hand and then put mostly over my index finger for like a hammer curl riser type of movement. And what's going to happen is I'm going to lift that 45-pound kettlebell. It's going to come to a dead stop because I'm going to be stepping on the strap that's on the bottom ground or floor, and then I'm going to push as much as I can into that weight as if I'm trying to push past it. Okay, but I'm going to start here with this 105-pound barbell max. I'm going to try to get a few. I don't know. This is my first attempt on this. More than likely, I'll barely get one, but hopefully I get at least 3. Even better would be 5. Feel pretty good about that. All right, so now I'm going to take this kettlebell, loop it around my thumb, kind of bring it up in a pronation type lift, like so, and I'm going to hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And I'm going to switch up for the right hand pronation. Lift. I'm going to lift up the same way. And then I'm going to hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop that. The other thing I want to do, Todd Hutchings talks a lot about this, which is the JM presses. So when I'm done with the barbell, I'm actually going to use the bench that I have here, wide shoulder and close grip presses to really get that elbow health and elbow strength up as well. This one that I'm going to do now, little dumbbell toss. I saw Mindaugas Torositis do this, emphasizing an explosive concentric, catch it with the next hand, eccentric down, concentric up, 2 count for 1, try to get like 20, okay? So here's his 25-pounder. Gonna toss this up, catch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, starting to feel it now. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So now I'm gonna take a little 10-pounder. What I'm gonna try to do is catch it with the same hand, flip it, catch it, flip it, catch it, working on my hand grip. 2. Well, that was probably more like 5. Almost lost it there. Got a nice pump in the fingers. Good. That felt pretty good. So JM presses, just flat barbell. I'm gonna take this, which is what I have, which is the 105er, and basically lay on the bench here and get it going. I don't know if the camera will track me there or not, but we'll try it. We'll see here. I'm gonna take this strap off this one because I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, I could try it, but I think that's gonna end up hitting me in the face. And that would suck. Let's see if I cinch it real close. Okay, I'll try that. Oh. It didn't work. Oh. That's not going to work because it's in the center. That's not too bad right there, actually. I'll make it work. So definitely take the kettlebell off for that one. That was kind of silly, but that's okay. We're kind of experimenting anyway, but kettlebell off will allow for much more range of motion, and then we'll go from there. So on this one, next one, I have my little heavy hammer. It's basically just an old hammer with a pair of ankle weights attached. So what I'm gonna end up doing is a series of movements. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up for the back of the, or the under forearm, basically the flexors. Contract up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do this. And I'll do 180 to 90 pronation style, and then I'll do a kind of like a reverse curl type motion. So I'll start here. Tuck my elbow in, let the weight be at the end, curl in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip over the hand, elbow still tucked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up. Great pump on that one. Great pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is more for that supination 10 type movement. Again, left arm, I'll let it break down to 180. 1. Catch it vertical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit of pain on that son of a bee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that should do it, folks. So I think that'll do it. The other one I didn't do was the double, or the actual isometric, what they call overcoming isometric hold, which is where I step on the weight, pull through the weight, and hold for a few seconds. Okay, so get my 45-pounder up here. It already has one strap attached. I'm going to attach this second one. That's going to serve as my dead stop. Which is then going to allow me to hit that wall, pull through it. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put more slack into this floor one so that I can get a little bit more range of motion on the way up. All right, let's try that. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was like a hammer curl version. This one's going to be over the thumb, like pronation style. Let's see how that feels. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4. Not bad. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. All right. Here comes the right arm. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. So, Dr. Mike Israetel talks about the different phases of range of motion, basically, for developing power, hypertrophy, speed, force generation, kind of all in one, right? So you have the concentric motion, you have the eccentric motion, you have an isometric, which is basically a static hold, and then you have the difference between the concentric and eccentric, which is called the amortization phase. And ideally, when you're trying to build muscle, you have full range of motion in your movement, and what you're doing is you're trying to accelerate on the concentric, slow it down on the eccentric, creating those micro tears, which will incentivize the body to rebuild and actually layer on the muscle. But when you're doing overcoming isometrics, where you're pressing full force contraction into an immovable object, what you're really doing is asking the brain to start creating neural pathways to maximize the amount of contractions that occur in that particular joint angle. So what I intend to do in the garage on the next workout is, using my Gripzillas, I'm going to do the isometrics both in a static hold, like that overcoming isometric style, pressing into it like I've been doing before. And then I'm also going to do one where I actually use that grip to lift a weight X amount of distance hard, hit that hard stop, and then press into the rest of the way, and hopefully develop that holding strength. Because in arm wrestling, I need the strength in the center. I need it here when I'm about 3 o'clock or so, and I need when I'm about to get pinned in order to recover. So the good thing about isometrics is that research studies say that whatever joint angle you use, you get about a 10% carryover on each side. So it's definitely well worth the effort to do it. I'm going to continue to build upon it, but the heavy hammer, the kettlebell overcoming isometric with the floor static hold, the kettlebell yielding isometric where I actually lift it, hold it at a joint angle, and then slowly release it down, the JM presses for elbow integrity and strength, narrow grip, wide grip, and narrow grip, shoulder width grip, and wide grip, and doing that a few sets, probably 3 sets or so, maybe anywhere between 8 and 12 repetitions to really get that elbow integrity, so that when you're pressing, hooking and driving, you don't get that elbow pain from being ripped open, which is a lot of the reasons why new people typically have a lot of pain, is because they are on the table and they're getting ripped open a lot. So you're creating a lot of pressure on that elbow. Hope this helps, guys, and stay tuned for the next video as well. All right, see you. Bye.